Hi all, and welcome to my channel. If you like retro tech and oddities, please consider subscribing to my channel and leaving a like on today's video. Today, I'm going to be going over how I get my deals on retro tech and collectibles. Number 1, do your research. You should compare multiple sources. eBay, Craigslist, Kijiji, could be Facebook Marketplace, etc. Compare the prices between them. Are you willing to pay higher costs for a working unit that comes with delivery or pickup, or would you prefer a broken one that you can repair for yourself? Do your research. My second tip is on the power of negotiation. Not everyone knows how to negotiate, and it's a very good thing to learn. So, different platforms are more open to negotiation. So for example, eBay, in my opinion, has very little negotiation as sellers generally know what they have. Direct marketplaces such as, Facebook are generally easier and generally have lower prices. But there is a difference between negotiating and downright lowballing a seller. So nobody likes to be lowballed. Speak to the seller, be polite, bring up why you're interested, and ask if there is some wiggle room on the price. The worst they can say is no. Sometimes sellers of these retro pieces have an affinity with them also, so they also appreciate what it is. Keep yourself in their good graces because you never know in the future, they might reach out to you again. This next tip is something that most people don't like to hear, but I'm going to say it anyways. Nobody owes you anything. As much as you might want that G5 quad or that rare NES game, it doesn't mean that you deserve to own it. I don't care if you're Steve Wozniak yourself, and the seller doesn't want to sell you that Apple II at your price. It's entirely up to them. Don't get upset. These things are purely objects. This next tip is something that not everyone does, but for me, I know it's definitely helped a lot of my collection, which is trading. Trading is a great tactic. So for those deals that you can set up locally, it doesn't hurt to do a trade. I've done them many times, whether it's for, a system or a retro piece or some repair work on something I own. Trading gives both parties what they want and makes everybody happy in the end. This next tip is something that not everyone talks about, but I believe in it wholeheartedly, which is just be there or be out there. Join shared interest groups on different social media platforms. Know who is in your local community as well and be a presence in it. Help one another. Be the person that you would like to come across. If there are meetups, go. Speak to the other collectors, but just be a positive community member. This last tip is something that most people don't like to hear, but unfortunately it is the truth. Sometimes we just need to learn when to back away from the deal. So we all have those pieces we want. It could be a retro computer or a video game that will look fantastic in our collections. But sometimes the price is just too high, and it could be because of greed or a seller who just really does have a sentimental attachment to the piece. So walking away is not a failure in the end, but it's just agreeing that the cost at this time is just not worth it. To end this video, I'm going to leave it on a question. So the question is, how do you get the objects in your collection? Do you do anything that I mentioned already, or is there a different method you use? So please leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.